high price we pay when we don't honor what it is that we need. And when we are not simply honest with those around us. Let me explain. So we've been so strongly conditioned to say yes, to people please, to be helpful. And all of that is, well, not all of that, people pleasing can, there can be a value in that. Obviously, there's a value in everything. But when we're not honest about what we need in any given moment, what begins to happen is we build up resentment towards ourselves first and foremost, and the other person. And every time we don't honor what it is we truly need and simply speak our truth, simply speak what it is that you need in that moment, it's like we start chipping away at ourselves, our self-esteem, our confidence, our value, our worth, what we deserve. And we begin to have a distorted view about life and about ourselves and our place in it. So I want to tell you a little story. I was at a spiritual retreat in Colombia, and there was this woman. She had a massive awakening, and like the voltage coming off this woman was epic. And we were getting ready to go somewhere for the day, and we were loading on the buses, and I happened to come up, getting in line to get on the bus, and she was in front of me, and I began to speak to her. And she very sweetly turned around, looked me right in the eyes and said, I don't feel like talking right now. I feel like I need silence. Whoa. I mean, I know that's not a big deal to say, but it is in a way, because it takes someone that is really connected to what they need and having the courage to say it. Simply, honestly, say it. And she gave me such an amazing gift that day, because she, without knowing it, gave me permission to start saying what I need simply and honestly. And it was like this direct download came in, and in a flash, in like 30 seconds, I had this entire movie going on showing me all the times that I didn't honor what I need. And sometimes I didn't even know what I needed, because I was so disconnected and so ungrounded and so not in my body and numb. I had this big download, saw all these times I didn't honor what I needed, didn't just speak the truth simply. And so today I invite you, with this share, perhaps you give yourself permission for now on. Like, if you're out in your yard and your neighbor comes over and just starts yakking and you don't feel like talking, tell them. And you don't have to be rude about it. Just sweetly, tell them, like, I'm really feeling like it's hard for me to speak right now, and I'm not interested in being in conversation. Like, whatever it is. Tell your partners what it is you need, because as someone that's done a ton of couples like coaching and energy work, one of the main things I see is that in a relationship, people are not telling each other what they need, and they expect the other person to guess. Sometimes they can, but often they can't. It's our responsibility to say what it is we need. Be simple about it. Be honest about it. And as we continue to do this, we give everyone around us permission to do it. And it's really needed right now. It's really needed in a time where we are being invited into the journey of self-love, the realization I deserve, I'm worthy, I'm lovable, I'm enough. And then begin to make choices from that belief base. We've got to be honest with ourselves and others about what we need, have the courage to say it. And of course, the fear is, oh, well, if I say that, they're not going to like me anymore. They're going to get upset with me. And then what happens in that moment is we take on the responsibility of other people's reactions, and we're not responsible for other people's reactions. And perhaps simply saying what it is you need and honoring yourself and being honest triggers other people. When that woman said what she said to me, it triggered me a little bit. My first reaction, which was from the ego, was a little bit triggered. And then I let myself go deeper, but she wasn't responsible for my reaction, and she gave me the greatest gift. Say what it is you need. Keep it simple. Be honest. And that will become your new normal. And the freedom that you begin to feel, the worthiness you begin to feel, the coherence, the authenticity, the sovereignty you begin to experience by this one simple shift that you can make in your life is an epic game changer. Say what it is you need unapologetically. Everyone's talking about boundaries. This is a beautiful place to start. Get in tune with you and let people around you know. How many times have you made plans with someone, and in the moment when you made plans, it felt like a great idea. It seemed like a great idea. And then the day comes for you to go to that luncheon or that social event or whatever, and you're dreading it. You're like, man, I am not feeling this. And how often do you go anyway? And sometimes we go in and we have a great time and we're like, I'm not sure what all the fuss in my mind was about. And sometimes we choose to, you know what, this is not feeling right and I'm not going. If we want to refine our intuition and receive more guidance, we have to start listening within. How does our body feel? How does your solar plexus feel? Your stomach, your gut is constantly communicating with you. Constantly. Are you listening? Are you listening? Thank you for tuning in. I love you bunches. Have any questions? Post in the comments below.